Hello and welcome inside of the Gillette Arena here in Irving, New York. It is time for game number 3 of the Can-Am Lacrosse League playoffs here as the semifinal round kicks off between the Allegany Arrows and the Newtown Golden Eagles. It'll be Newtown with the first possession as the Golden Eagles look to try and avenge their Game 2 defeat over at the Allegany Community Center. That one a 9-7 loss for the Golden Eagles. First game here in their home barn, coming against the reigning champion Allegany Arrows. As now here come the Arrows. They will be going from left to right on your screen. Allegany in their road blues with the yellow stripe across the chest. Newtown in their home yellows. And this, my first trip to the Gillette Arena, so my first time getting to see Newtown in those home yellows, and man, they look sharp to say the least. A excellent jersey matchup and an excellent matchup between these teams on the floor. Here is Tehoka Nanticoke. Nanticoke, one of the many big additions for this Newtown team. Outside look there, goes off a body and out of play, as that was Croy Snow letting the shot go for Newtown. Ball all the way at the other end of the floor. Jaden Kennedy there to pick it up and bring it up the floor here for the Newtown Golden Eagles. Nanticoke looking to go to work. Nanticoke gets past one, takes the shot, just misses wide. Ball will go towards the Arrows bench, kept from being over and back, as Stevens will knock it towards the goal, but it'll be taken away here by Allegany's Frank Brown. Brown finds Chris Cloutier coming off the bench here for Allegany. The Arrows, one of their leading scorers, Cloutier, goes to the far side. Amos Whitcomb stood up, finds Cloutier back on the near side of the floor. Cloutier looking for a shot, gets John to jump and able to get that shot off. Now has a reset and possession. Cloutier on the doorstep, stopped by Seneca. First big save of this game for Craig Seneca comes on Chris Cloutier almost 2 minutes into this ball game. Tehoka Nanticoke now takes a heavy slash from Justin Gill, wanting to draw a call. Official says no. Outside pass. Shot there from Jimerson, deflects up and out of play. It was the GCC man, Jaden Jimerson, letting the shot go on that attempt for Newtown. Ball into the far side. Shot stopped there by the goaltender for Allegany. Believe that's Goa Abrams in between the pipes for the Arrows, as Lucas Beaver able to get a reset here and the extra possession for Newtown. Ryan John with it on the far side. John, the left-hander, into the middle. Mohawk with a low shot, stopped there by Abrams. Ball into the far side, now quickly played into the middle. Mohawk, Jimerson looking for the skip pass, it connects. Jimerson, Jonathan Jimerson that is, onto the near side, they score! Jaden Jimerson behind the back for the first goal of the game for Newtown, as we will give you a look at that beauty. And you can see the good passing here from the Golden Eagles. Jimerson to Jimerson, as Jaden to Jonathan, back to Jaden behind the back. What a goal for Jaden Jimerson to give Newtown the early 1-0 advantage, and that will get the Gillette Arena pumping here in a hurry, as the Golden Eagles out in front 1-0. Face-off one here by Fraser for Allegany. Could be dangerous, and they score. Chase Fraser right off the draw ties this game up at 1. Give you a look here at Chase Fraser's goal right off the draw, snags that one, and 3-on-2 has the numbers and makes a perfect shot to beat Craig Seneca. And here we'll give you a GoPro look at this goal here from Chase Fraser. What a nice finish there from number 63 in blue. Fraser has taken some face-offs at the NLL level, has had his fair share of struggles going up against the specialists that the NLL has to offer, but somebody that is very strong and very athletic can definitely win the face-offs at this level, as we have seen, and he is a threat right off of him. Here's Frank Brown in transition. finds Kluche on the near side, 2-on-1. Pass for Atwood, doesn't connect. Loose ball in front. Who's going to come away with it? It's Newtown as the Golden Eagles are able to regain control. Ball down low for Nanico. Moved into the middle, but a high pass misses everyone and is picked up here by Jimerson for Allegany. But it'll be too many men off the bench, I believe, for the Arrows. So possession will go back to Newtown. Mohawk bounces it over to the near side. Lyndon Stevens, the captain of the Newtown Golden Eagles, in possession. Stevens looking to drive in, gets to the front of the net, but is stopped by Chase Martin, who is in between the pipes for Allegany. My mistake. As I can see go over at the bench now, that is definitely Martin getting the start tonight for Allegany. I know for sure it is Craig Seneca in between the pipes for Newtown. He is one of their main men that they love to use, as this one kept out by Martin. Quick chance the other way for Newtown, but nothing to show for it here. Kobe Whitcomb goes behind the back for Chris Kluche. If you've been following the Blue Squatch socials, you got to see a goal here from Chris Kluche posted earlier today. One of the top scorers on this Arrows team, looking to lead them to victory tonight. Back in call here on Newtown will give possession right back to Allegany. Parker Jimerson went back into the crease. Now Kluche getting a pick from Lane Smith. Finds Smith off it. Smith, toe drag, gets the shot off, and he scores. A deceptive shot coming from Lane Smith gives Allegany their second goal of the game, and that is just what the Arrows were looking for. One of their pure goal scorers finding a way to get that ball to the back of the net, and there you see the excellent toe drag and finish from Lane Smith as Seneca got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it out of the back of the net, as Allegany has the last two, and they now hold a 2-1 advantage here over the Newtown Golden Eagles. Newtown took game number 1 10-8, but fell in game number 2 9-7. This one is a big one as Kluche blasts it home. Allegany having a hot start to this one. They lead it 3-1. And here you can see Kluche's blast from right in the middle of the floor to beat Craig Seneca for the third Allegany Arrows goal of the game. A great start for Allegany and a great response after giving up the first one. 3-0 run now for the Arrows. Let's see if they can add to it here on this possession. Kluche has the latest Allegany goal. Kluche, one hand on his stick, back to two, behind the back flip, down low, shot, they score! All the momentum in the favor of Allegany right now. The Arrows lead it 4-1. And there you can see an excellent behind the back pass from Chris Kluche over to his man down low, Darius Anderson, who beats Seneca to the top right corner, and Newtown has called timeout as the Golden Eagles got things started with the first goal of the game, but have given up the last four, as it is now a 4-0 run here for Allegany. Good work by Kluche, draw the attention of two defenders, find Anderson all alone on the crease, and Darius Anderson makes no mistake. Anderson, someone who was playing more of a forward role last year for Allegany, has stepped back a little bit into more of a transition role, as you'll get to see it one more time. Excellent work by Darius Anderson, as I was saying, stepped into a bit more of a transition role here this season, but being asked to do some forward duties here tonight, and he has done so well already, picking up his first goal of the game. Tehoka Nanico looking to get it back here for Newtown and bring the Golden Eagles within two. All of a sudden, Newtown trails by 3. Shot on from Kennedy, stopped by Martin. Loose ball picked up here by Mohawk. He will slow things down and run the attack. Jonah Mohawk finds Nanicoke on the near side. Nanicoke into the middle, low rip, stopped by Martin. Good save there from Chase Martin to keep it a 3-goal lead for the Arrows. Fresh shot clock, though, for Newtown. Jaden Kennedy with it on the near side. Gets the pass right back, off the glass. Kennedy into the middle, goes down low, shot on, just misses wide. That one coming from Troy Snow, and possession will go to Allegany. Lane Smith has the ball in his stick here for the Arrows. Smith has one here tonight. Smith gets a pick there from Becker. Low rip there from Smith, stopped by Seneca. Here comes Newtown in transition, looking for a break, can't connect on the pass. Shot finds the target though, but Chase Martin able to make the save. Loose ball picked up. Parker Jimerson goes up top for Heron Snow, who will head to the bench. Man off the bench, Lyndon Stevens has some trouble picking it up. Gets back in control. Stevens goes down low. Quick shot on from Jimerson. Stopped by Martin. Ball up top. Stevens looking for the low pass. Can't find it. Parker Jimerson now just misses. Ball will be caught on the far side now by Darius Anderson. Anderson tries to center it here. Ball takes an awkward bounce and will go right back to the man himself, Darius Anderson, but he will run out of time. 8-second violation on Alagany will give possession back to Newtown. Golden Eagles have done a good job so far in this one of getting these extra possessions, just haven't been able to capitalize on them just yet. But once they start, beware, because they can really make you pay. Turnover now against Newtown. Jeff Geddes on a break. Geddes stopped by Seneca. Rebound! Just put wide. Crease violation anyways. And now here comes Newtown. Quickly back the other way. Shot on there is stopped by Martin. Ryan John trying to tuck it low, but Chase Martin makes a big save. Back the other way goes Atwood with a shot stopped by Craig Seneca. Turning into a track meet real quick here inside the Gillet Arena. Now Cloutier denied by Craig Seneca, as Chase Fraser will run the length of the floor to pick up the loose ball and get the fresh 30 for his Allegany Arrows. Fraser making the return to the lineup after serving his 4-game suspension. Arrows love having him back. Zach Miller takes that rip for Allegany, but Craig Seneca makes the save through the crease call against the Arrows, will give possession to Newtown. Jonathan Jimerson tosses it into the middle. Lyndon Stevens, the captain and leader of the Newtown Golden Eagles, goes to Tehoka Nanticoke. Nanticoke winds in, fires and scores. What a rip from TN1 to bring Newtown within 2. Shots now 15-13 in favor of Newtown after that rip, as you get another look at that shot from Tehoka Nanticoke to beat Chase Martin for the second Newtown goal of the game. Ball is down, face-off one here by the Allegany Arrows. Jesse Jimerson, their captain, will toss it down low for Josh Becker. Becker over to Fraser, outside rip, stopped by Seneca. Rebound, picked up, Newtown's got it. Here come the Golden Eagles looking to push the pace. Brian Nephew Jr. thought about it, but slows down now. Mohawk spinning off Taylor. Jonah Mohawk gonna roll it up top for Lyndon Stevens. Pass right back to Mohawk. Into the middle, John winds, fires, blocked in front. Loose ball, who's gonna get it? It's Allegany's Chase Martin, who will outlet. Martin finds Frank Brown, legging it up the floor. Brown looking for an option, decides to shoot it. Stopped by Craig Seneca. Seneca starting to settle into this game. Made some good early saves, but Allegany was able to find the back of the net a few times in quick succession. Now Craig Seneca is starting to find his rhythm as Keelan Seneca, under all kinds of pressure, able to get the pass off finally. Snow down low, what a save by Martin. Biggest save of the game so far for Chase Martin as he keeps this a 2-goal lead. And now we have a penalty call. And we didn't get the penalty, but we will give you a look at that save from Chase Martin. Here as Nanticoke goes down low here in snow over to the far side of the floor. But Chase Martin able to make the save to keep this a 2-goal Allegany lead. And now Keelan Seneca will take a seat for 2 or less as the Canisius Golden Griffin will head to the penalty box as Alagany goes on the power play for the first time tonight. Fraser with it for the Arrows. Fraser looking to shoot, takes the shot, stopped by Seneca, ball into the corner. Who's got it? It's Alagany. Whitcomb has it. Amos looking for a shot, save made by Seneca. Craig Seneca looking for a long feed here, sends it forward, connects into the middle, shot, they score! Croy Snow off the long bomb from Craig Seneca. A shorthanded goal brings Newtown within 1. And there you'll see Snow catch that pass and bury it past Chase Martin. We'll give you an extended look at it here. Great effort from Snow. Swim move, left-handed shot, beats Martin to the top right corner for his first goal of the game. And that's a big one for Croy Snow. A shorty for Newtown helps bring the Golden Eagles within 1. 4-3 the lead for Allegany. Still a minute 29 remaining on the penalty to Keelan Seneca. So plenty of time for the Arrows to get that one back, get the lead back up to 2. But that is a big momentum goal here for Newtown's Croy Snow as the Gillet starting to get pumping here. Zach Miller playing some catch over to the near side. Cloutier fakes, takes a shot, stopped by Seneca. Whistle blown, possession will go to Newtown here as Seneca goes for the short feed this time. Ron John legging it up the floor, tosses it over to Jaden Jimerson. Jaden Jimerson's already got 1 here tonight, ends up over with Ryan John, who loses control now. Bad time for a turnover there for Newtown as the Golden Eagles are looking to kill some clock. Cloutier, Fraser, Miller, Cloutier, now Miller again. Back for Cloutier, down low. Skip pass, Miller, outside shot, wide of the net. Loose ball, behind the net. Cloutier takes a hit. Jimerson dishing it out. Cloutier with a shuffle shot there that misses wide. It'll be a shot clock violation against Allegany, giving possession back to Newtown with 25 seconds remaining in the Keelan Seneca penalty. So Newtown should be able to kill off the rest of this penalty here, unless something goes wrong and they turn it over, but we'll see what happens. Lyndon Stevens chasing after this one, loses control. Possession goes to Allegany. Jensen. 5 seconds left in the Seneca penalty. Allegany will wisely hold on to this one and make sure that they don't accidentally spring a break for Keelan Seneca going the other way. Back to 5-on-5. Arrows fall to 0 for 1 on the power play, and you can give Newtown a +1 on that one for getting the shorty as well. Here's Ron John into the middle. Nanticoke with a shot, misses wide. TN1 trying to get on the highlight reel with that shot going between the legs. Ryan John keeping possession. Jonah Mohawk back for John. John into Geddes. John looking for a rip, spins off him. Low shot, stopped by Martin. Good work on the far side by Ryan John. And now a fresh shot clock here for Newtown as Teoka Nanticoke gets an extra possession. Broken stick on the floor. Nanticoke looks to avoid that as it's brushed into the corner. Seneca into the middle. Nanticoke swarm to. So hard to get the ball away from him, even if 4 defenders are on him, and he still got it, and a penalty. Cross check up high will send Newtown to the power play as now we're getting a hard pick set by Newtown and a late slash by Gill. And our 2 arrows going and no Golden Eagles. And no, it will be Jaden Kennedy heading to the box too. So It'll be slashing calls going against Gill and Jimerson. Or no, Jimerson will stay out, so it's going to be 5-on-3. My apologies, as down here at the Gill you get a up close and personal look at the penalty box here, as Justin Gill will sit down. And it's a 5-on-3 here for Newtown. Gill and Ganciarek in the penalty box for Allegany. Lyndon Stevens, Nanakoke, skip pass down low, doesn't connect, picked up, shot on, stopped by Martin, rebound in the crease. It'll be a back in call. My apologies, possession will stay here with the Newtown Golden Eagles. Nanakoke has some trouble with that one. Can the Golden Eagles get it back? Loose ball picked up, shot on by Stevens, turned away by Chase Martin. Pass down low, shot on from Snow is stopped by Chase Martin. Picked up now by Allegany. Sherman Williams, the paint man, bringing it up the floor. Williams has Miller off the bench. Allegany looking to kill some clock here. Just over a minute remain in the two penalties to Gill and Ganciarek. Fraser, we know he loves getting shorties in the NLL. You know he'd love to do it here. Low rip there, just kept out by Craig Seneca, as he needed all of that big wooden stick to keep that ball out. As a timeout, it looks like, called by Newtown, as their head coach Derek Graham not liking what he's seeing here at this moment in time. 45 seconds remain in the penalties. Shots now in this one, 21-18 in favor of Newtown, with 5:21 remaining here in the first period of play. At this time, during this break in the action, I want to make sure we thank our great sponsors, A Higher Society and High as a Hawk Dispensary. If you're down here in Irving, New York, Cattaraugus area, be sure to check them out if you are 21 and over, as they have some great selection and a great variety down there as well. Check out A Higher Society and High as a Hawk Dispensary. .40 seconds remain in the 5-on-3 for the Newtown Golden Eagles. Newtown really looking to get one here, as Mohawk rung it off the post. Possession stays with Newtown. John, skip pass, Nanakoke, Mohawk. Nanakoke has it pop off his stick and out of play, much to the delight of the Allegany Arrows, as Gill and Ganciarek show their support from the penalty box. Fraser showing off the athleticism, spins off one. Fraser fakes the pass. Now we'll send it over across floor to Chris Cloutier. If Allegany can keep possession, they can kill off this 5-on-3. What a world of good that would do for the Arrows here in this one. Cloutier, two guys on him, and Allegany back to full strength. Everybody swarming to Cloutier right now, as the shot clock will expire. But Chris Cloutier more than did his job there for Allegany, killed the clock. And now it looks like a penalty will be handed out to Newtown. So not only did Chris Cloutier do his job by killing the clock, he drew the penalty. And now Allegany will head back to the power play as Jonathan Jimerson sits down. 0 for 1. On the power play here in this one are the Allegany Arrows, and we could call them -1 for giving up the shorthanded goal, as well as Fraser's shot blocked in front. Loose ball picked up by Allegany. Cloutier looking to get a shot off, defended well by Heron Snow as he knocks him to the floor. Fraser behind the back, stopped by Seneca. Ron John picks up the Lucy in the crease and looks to go on a run. Passes it forward. Jaden Jimerson. Nanakoke spins away from the goal and heads towards the boards, as now it's Newtown looking to slow things down and kill some clock here with just under 4 minutes remaining in the first period of play. It is a 4-3 lead for the visiting Allegany Arrows as they look to head to their third straight Can-Am Championship Series. Whoever wins this crucial game number 3 will have a 2-1 stranglehold on this best-of-5 series. Chris Cloutier finds Fraser off the bench. Fraser goes back to Cloutier. Cloutier fakes, shoots, scores! Great look from Chris Cloutier, his second of the game, and Alagany has the 2-goal lead back. And here you'll see Cloutier fake, be patient, and snipe and score. And now you'll get a look here at the goal from Cloutier. Just fakes, steps in and scores. Patient is the name of the game for Chris Cloutier, a patient shooter, and it pays off for him here as Allegany now leads it 5-3. Loose ball being booted around by everyone off the draw, eventually falls into the stick of Parker Jimerson for Newtown. Jimerson has 2 arrows on him, able to get the pass off. Seneca in the corner. Keelan Seneca, the former Great Dane, looking to go to work, working on Jensen. Seneca goes over to Nanticoke, low rip, stopped by Martin. Loose ball into the corner, Lucas Beaver has it. Beaver spins back, steps around the crease, takes the shot, but stopped by Chase Martin. Loose ball pops back into the crease, now into the stick of Martin, just able to get the pass off to Frank Brown, who will have to wait for some reinforcements off the bench as he finds one in Lane Smith. Goal scoring so far in this one for Allegany, 1 for Darius Anderson, 2 for Chris Cloutier, 1 for Fraser, and 1 for Lane Smith. As that pass into the middle finds no one, here in Snow will let the shot clock expire in the corner. Possession to Newtown. The goals in this one for the Golden Eagles, 1 for TN1, 1 for Jaden Jimerson, and 1 for Croy Snow. As here is Snow with it in the corner. Takes a heavy hit from Gill on the boards, and that'll be an illegal cross-check coming up against Justin Gill. He'll head back to the penalty box, and Newtown will head to the power play. And here we'll get a look at it. Gill just goes through the numbers there, and then that last one slides up on Snow, catches him in the back of the neck and head area, as I can hear Billy D. Smith shouting from the Allegany bench that that's too soft. Not a fan of the call, but our official's decision stands, and it will be the third power play of the game here for Newtown. The Golden Eagles 0 for 2 so far. They had that big 5-on-3 advantage, unable to capitalize on. Ball in the middle, Nanticoke immediately swarmed to by a slew of Arrows defenders and loses control. Sherman Williams flips it forward. Fraser sends a pass into the middle, trying to find Amos Whitcomb, can't do so. Now tied up with Ron John, picked up now by Fraser. Fraser gets the shot off, but lands in the crease. As we'll give you a quick look from the GoPro. Did Fraser go in the crease? You tell me. Looks like it, as that is a great view of that. As now Newtown back on the power play, looking to go to work. Nanticoke's shot misses wide. 6 on the shot clock. Golden Eagles got to get one on target. Snow, face dodge, gets some space, shot on, stopped by Martin. Gets the reset, does Croy Snow, but not possession, as Allegany's Darius Anderson catches it and will bring it up the near side. 27 seconds remain here in a quick moving first period of play. 38 remain in the Gill penalty. So unless Newtown able to get a quick goal here, that one will roll over to the second period. Cloutier looking to get some space. Cloutier passes down low, looking for Miller off the glass, can't find him. And possession goes to Newtown. Jaden Jimerson bringing the ball up the floor. Jimerson on his offside, spins back, throws it at the net, misses wide. Stevens, outside shot, stopped by Martin. Long feed there, goes off a beam and somewheres here inside the Gillette Arena as we have reached the end of the first period of play. The shots at the end of one, 27-21 in favor of the Newtown Golden Eagles, as this one a very close matchup throughout. (27-21) the shots I mentioned. The score at the end of one, 5-3 in favor of Alagany, as we will give you a quick look here at the Can-Am playoff bracket as it stands currently here tonight. It is 1-1 in both series. The left side of your bracket, number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves tied up with Grand River. The 4 seeded Warriors took game 2 in that series to tie it up. And now what you're watching here tonight, the Allegany Arrows, the number 2 seeded team, tied up at 1-1 here against the third seeded Newtown Golden Eagles, who will look to try and win here in their home barn to take a 2-1 stranglehold over this series. Alagany, of course, looking to control it for themselves and potentially try and end it here at the Gillette Arena tomorrow night. Whoever wins tonight will have a good shot of doing so, but you just never know here in the game of lacrosse. It's anybody's game here at the end of one. It is a 5-3 lead for Alagany on Blue Squatch Productions. Back now on Blue Squatch Productions from inside the Gillette Arena here in Irving, New York. The Newtown Golden Eagles have the ball. Kettle with a shot, stopped by Martin as Newtown trails the visiting Allegany Arrows 5-3 here as we start the second period of play. The shots to end the first 27-21 in favor of the Golden Eagles. No shot here as this one picked off. Frank Brown with it along the near side. Watched by Beaver into the middle. Amos Whitcomb looking to let the low shot go, but Aaron Snow blocks it and says no. Now Beaver going on a run. 2-on-1. Beaver fakes to the corner. Now goes around to X. Lucas Beaver throwing in some deception there as he'll now head to the bench for a change. Keelan Seneca gets the ball right back from Aaron Snow. Up top, way from downtown was Kennedy, as that one well beyond the restraining line. Might have to get a bit closer than that to beat Chase Martin, especially with how he has played here tonight. Amos Whitcomb has Lane Smith off the bench. Now Becker. Fraser looking back for Becker. Low rip there, blocked in front. Loose ball into the corner. Reset will be given here as possession goes to Newtown. Jonathan Jimerson has John with him. And Nanacoke goes to Nanacoke. Shot stopped by Martin into the corner. Who's going to get it? It's Tehoka Nanacoke. Nanacoke will keep possession here as no reset was given. So only 10 to work with here for the Golden Eagles on the shot clock. Nanacoke from distance gets a piece of Martin, drawing an ooh from the crowd here as the Golden Eagle faithful in attendance thought that TN1 had brought them within one. Now Nanacoke looking to go again. Forced back, fakes the pass to Stevens, still has it, takes the shot, blocked in front. That one caught a piece of Rudy George. Long pass forward, looking for Jensen, doesn't connect, but he'll go and pick it up off the boards. Good hustle there by Jensen to keep possession. Tristan Jensen always putting in the tough, hard work. So is this man, Josh Becker, the former Nighthawk, finds Miller off the post. Whitcomb, low rip, wide of the net. Miller trying to get it from behind the net, couldn't do so because it got stuck on the back, so Ron John will pick it up and bring it up the floor for Newtown. Keelan Seneca along the near boards. Seneca still with it, takes a low shot, misses wide. Possession will go to Allegany after the over and back. Ball just skipped past the stick of Jonah Mohawk as he was looking to prevent it, but not the case here as Allegany with possession. Fuche, fresh off the bench, gets in the middle, takes a shot, stopped by Seneca. Loose ball bounces up off the ceiling as play will be halted here. Just had some time to check out the Gillette Arena in between periods, and what a cool little venue this is. So unique, as you can tell, low ceiling with lots of beams and pipes and whatnot, but a different sound in here as well with all the metal around, but a great atmosphere as the folks continue to just file into this place. I don't think there is a seat left here in the Gillette Arena, just standing room only, as these fans here love their Golden Eagles as the shot from Snow kept out. Opportunity there doesn't come to pass for Newtown. 3-on-2 now for the Arrows. Jimerson into the corner. Pass was dropped here by Whitcomb and picked back up. No chance for Allegany on the 3-on-2. Now Atwood flips it. Kobe Whitcomb spins off his man. Passes it in the middle. Fraser, low rip, stopped by Seneca. Left pad save made by Craig Seneca as he outlets quick. Ron John having some trouble with it, but gets control. Now heavy hit right up into the head area. Xavier Taylor, lucky he got away with that one. Chance now for Allegany. Taylor not going to take it as the Arrows will slow things down here. Atwood. 16 on the shot clock for Allegany. Miller with it on the far side. Atwood, low rip, blocked in front. Atwood has his own rebound. Goes cross floor, can't connect with Smith. Could be a chance now for Newtown. Here come the Golden Eagles. They're going to have to slow things down, as I want to give a quick look at that hit here from Xavier Taylor. You be the judge. Just caught it there. It's right in front of me. It looked like it got up right in the head area of the Golden Eagle player, and a very, very fortunate break for Taylor and the Arrows, because that not only could have been 2, I think it could have been more, as Cloutier has a chance. Back the other way, misses wide. Whitcomb picks it up. Kobe Whitcomb, that is, thought about the shot, decides against it. Now Amos looking to go to work. Fraser, low rip, stopped by Seneca. Low to high, rip there from Chase Fraser, trying to beat Craig Seneca, but the big man says no. Seneca, the former New York Riptide goaltender from back in their 2020 season, as that shot goes off of Seneca and out of play. Fresh 30 for the Arrows. Fraser, low rip, misses wide. Becker gets possession. Pass is broken up, but he gets it right back. Fraser has some room. Fraser looking to get to the net, but Seneca makes the save. Loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? It's Kane Kettle. One-handed pickup for Kettle. Swarmed to now by 2 Arrows. Flips it into the middle, and it's picked off. Taken away by Sherman Williams. 3-on-3. 4-on-3 now developing. Whitcomb stopped by Seneca. Left chicken wing save made there by Craig Seneca to keep this a 2-goal game. Allegany looking to pick up their 6th here of the night and first of the period. Cloutier has that one knocked out of his stick. Possession falls into the pads of Craig Seneca. A fortunate bounce there for the Golden Eagles, as their long feed for Ranjan is not a good one. Chris Cloutier will take it away in the corner. Taylor has a man along the near boards. Chris Atwood. Got a pick from Taylor. Has some room. Miller with it. Zach Miller starting to drive. Slowed. It gets into the middle. Passes it off. Shot on. Stopped by Seneca. And now some extracurriculars going on behind the play, but officials not stopping this game for anything. They're going to let this one continue. Jaden Jimerson trying to drive in. Passes down low. Nanacoke misses wide. A great effort there on the pick and roll, but the shot misses wide from Nanacoke. Smith the other way, they score. A chance at one end leads to a goal at the other for Lane Smith and the Allegany Arrows, who extend the lead. It's 6-3. Shots now all evened up at 33 apiece after Lane Smith picks up his 2nd goal of the game. The former Six Nations Rebel back in his Junior B days. Beaver has his pass deflected. Jeff Geddes chasing after it for Allegany, able to get possession as he knocks it forward. Frank Brown in control. Atwood down low. Cloutier thought about the shot, but decides against it here. Cloutier in the low corner. Has Atwood up top. Rip there, misses wide. Ball will go over and back, and possession to Newtown. Golden Eagle faithful in attendance, trying to spur on their team, as immediately into the possession, Mohawk with an illegal pick will give the ball back to Allegany, and that is not at all how you want these possessions to go if you are a Newtown fan. Couldn't even get the first pass off before it was a turnover. Amos Whitcomb there on the quick stick attempt, just misses. Diving in there was Miller trying to knock it in, but in the crease, says our official. Ball goes the other way. Ron John, a world champion with the Buffalo Bandits, is Ron John after coming over from the Ottawa Black Bears in the midseason trade. Here's Ryan John, all kinds of room, stopped by Martin. Best chance of the game for Ryan John in the best of this period for Newtown, but a save made by Martin as now Nanticoke has possession, but will run out of time. Got the shot on target, and it will be a shot clock violation as Chase Martin comes up big on that possession for Allegany as the Arrows have the ball back, looking to extend the lead. It stands at 3, 6-3 the score. Allegany out in front, shot goes wide. Atwood couldn't handle the rebound. Kluche picks it up, trying to go short side there on Seneca, who got a piece of it, but no control. Now possession, Kobe Whitcomb. Thought about the low rip, decides to wait things out here as possession remains with Allegany. 18 on the shot clock. Atwood trying to tuck it in the bottom left corner, can't do so. Off Seneca and out of play. Ball stays with the Arrows. Josh Becker, the product of Lake Erie College, the former Storm, in there setting picks now for Kluche. Kluche, time and room, he scores. You cannot give Chris Kluche that kind of time and room to let the shot fly. He will make you pay 9 times out of 10, as he does right there. The 7th Arrows goal of the game comes from Chris Kluche as he has his hat trick. And there you go. Kluche had a great seal there, all kinds of time to let the shot go, as we'll give you another look at it here. Becker goes in, sets the pick, ties up 2 defenders, and that is just some great work by Josh Becker to allow Chris Kluche to have the room to get his 3rd goal of the game. Kluche, no stranger to scoring goals, holds the record for North Carolina's most goals in a game, as he put up 9 in a game with the Tar Heels. So able to do it outside in the field game, can more than score here inside the box, as we've seen over the years. Kobe Whitcomb's shot blocked in front. Ball will go over and back. Officials say no. Kluche shot stopped by Seneca. He gets hit hard after that one, but the ball will bounce right into the stick of an Arrow as Sherman Williams able to give Allegany the extra possession here. Lead up to 4 now for the Allegany Arrows, I believe their largest of the game. Kobe Whitcomb stopped by Seneca. Becker gets the Lucy in the corner though. Another fresh 30 here for the Allegany Arrows, and their bench gonna show them some support. Atwood has it, low rip, stumbles Seneca, but able to keep it out. Good save made by Craig Seneca to keep this a 4-goal game, but right now Newtown needs to get the offense going. No goals in this period yet. Heavy cross-check delivered by Gill. A clean one at that, as he helps force the turnover. Taylor has Kluche down low. Kluche being watched closely, finds Amos Whitcomb. Ball pops out of his stick, just misses Jimerson, but he able to get it off the boards. Jaden Jimerson fighting off some checks. Jimerson 1-on-2, drawing to the ground, loses control. Ball goes into the corner. Newtown fortunate to keep possession there after pushing the pace, going 1-on-2. But the Golden Eagles still have it. 10 on the shot clock. Mohawk in the corner, up top, Lyndon Stevens. Long rip, stopped by Martin. Great left arm save by Chase Martin, as that ball will pop right into the chest protector of Craig Seneca, just out of the reach of Chase Fraser, allowing Newtown to get the ball back. Jonah Mohawk goes over to Ryan John. John being watched here, 2 arrows on him, flips it down low. Snow, trouble holding on to this one. Ball pops away right into the stick of an arrow. Allegany's defense smothering right now. Anderson on a break, stopped by Seneca. Arrows have the fresh 30 though. Allegany playing some smothering defense right now, and they are doing a great job at just draining this time here in the second period already. So many extra possessions, and even though they haven't scored on all of them, they're preventing Newtown from getting any chances. Now here's Seneca. Could be a chance here for Keelan Seneca, 2-on-1 potentially, but Alagany does a good job getting off the bench with a long change to slow that transition threat. Nanaco immediately with 2 arrows on him, gets some room there, takes the shot as the shot stopped by Chase Martin, who has been dynamite tonight so far for the Allegany Arrows. Feels like it's been mostly Goa Abrams throughout this season, but Martin coming up big here tonight as Nanaco denied by Chase Martin. Martin, somebody that I've thought for a while should be competing for an NLL job like that man, Lane Smith, as Craig Seneca able to make the save. Martin won a silver medal in the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships with Team Haudenosaunee, so a very experienced goaltender and someone that is so highly touted, just like this man, Chase Fraser, who takes an interesting shot that goes up and out of play, giving the ball back to Newtown. Ron John goes to Nanaco. Ryan John with it. As Nanaco to his right, spins off his defender, takes a cross check up high and draws a penalty. Power play coming here for Newtown. Croy Snow in possession. Snow takes a shot, blocked in front, out of play, and possession will go to Newtown after the penalty here as Xavier Taylor will head to the sin bin. As you'll get a look at it here. Taylor in just a moment, right there, gets the stick up high, leading to the penalty call. Give you a different perspective on this one as John gets caught right there. You see what our official saw on that call, as our down low official, we're right behind him with that look, so you got a great look at what he was seeing there and why he made the call. And especially with that angle, you can tell it was a stick up high, so a correct call made. John finds Nanacoke with the shot, stopped by Martin. Allegany going back the other way. Sherman Williams able to find an open Chris Kluche off the bench. Kluche bounces it for Kobe Whitcomb. Kobe has 2 Golden Eagles on him now. Shifts into the middle, loses control. Kane Kettle knocks it down, but Kobe Whitcomb gets it right back. Time about to run out on Whitcomb. Doesn't matter. Kane Kettle said, I'm getting this ball back. There's nothing you can do about it. As Kettle flips it over for Croy Snow. Snow has got 1 tonight here for Newtown, but the Golden Eagles going quite a while now without scoring, as we're up to at least 16 minutes in just this period alone. Not able to change it right there as Lyndon Stevens stopped on the doorstep. Nanacoke fakes the pass, now passes it off. Snow down low, Stevens can't get it on target. Mohawk, Nanacoke fakes, shoots, stopped by Martin. Chase Martin really dialed in tonight. Rudy George blew a tire out there as Nanacoke will get the fortuitous bounce off the glass and the extra possession. Let's see if the Golden Eagles can take advantage of the unforced error. John, shot on, blocked in front, gets his own rebound. No reset here. 10 on the shot clock. Kennedy doesn't quite make it through. Loose ball in front, shot on, stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness, Chase Martin making all kinds of saves in this one, as possession will stay with Newtown as the ball went up and out of play. Golden Eagles fans, I think, were wanting a call. Didn't get one. John with an outside look goes wide, and an illegal pick will send possession back the other way in the direction of the Allegany Arrows. And after the play, it looks like a penalty will be coming up to Gill, who opens the door up for Lyndon Stevens. How nice of him. A true gentleman. As Gill back to the penalty box, third time today. Got to be careful. He'll become a resident pretty soon, as it will be 4-on-4 with Stevens and Gill each in the penalty box, as getting Lyndon Stevens off the floor, a good deal for Alagany. So you have to imagine the Arrows take that all day, as Zach Miller extends the lead. 8-3 the score. What a rip there from Zach Miller to beat Craig Seneca for the 8th Allegany goal of the game. You'll get another look at it. Great pick there from Becker to give Miller enough time once he gets the ball to beat Seneca to the left side of the net for the 8th Allegany goal of the game. And right now the Arrows looking like they could be on track to take a 2-1 series lead here over the Newtown Golden Eagles. Still a long time left, but Newtown on the verge of going a period scoreless here. Golden Eagles got to get something going here quickly. Maybe this can start it off. Jaden Kennedy, we know he can score. Kennedy, 2-on-1. Snow takes the shot and scores! There it is. Heron Snow in transition gets that goal back, and Newtown only trails by 4. A much, much needed goal for Heron Snow and the Newtown Golden Eagles. Snow, patient with it, decides against going back to Kennedy. A wise decision there, as here you will see the break in the build-up as Kennedy finds Snow. Snow waits, and buries it. An excellent play and a veteran move for Heron Snow, as he gets a much-needed goal for Newtown, their first of the period, and the deficit is back to 4. Golden Eagles, you know, they would love to get a few more here to cut the deficit. Ball pops out of Beaverstick, gets it back, stopped by Martin. Oh my goodness. Lucas Beaver, an emotional roller coaster there. Thought he had it, ball pops out, gets it right back. Chance on the doorstep, but Martin denies him. Now Nanticoke scores! A little TN1 action for Tehoka Nanticoke, his second of the game. 2 in a row now for Newtown as the Golden Eagles cut it to 3. And here you'll see Nanticoke does a good job, fakes the pass, steps into the middle, rips it low to high to beat Chase Martin. Get another look at this shot here from Tehoka Nanticoke. Skips it up off the floor to beat Chase Martin for the 5th Newtown goal of the game. Shots now 45-44 in favor of Alagany. A number that has been close throughout, remains that way here with 1:44 left in the second. During this break in the action, just want to take some time to thank A Higher Society as well as High as a Hawk Dispensary. Be sure to check them out, as Fraser just got leveled by Brian Nephew Jr. As we will get a look at that. Went right up into the head neck area of Fraser, as Lyndon Stevens signaling from the penalty box, maybe a little embellishment. I don't know about that one, as it did catch Fraser up high. And got to call those all the time. Correct call made, in my opinion, by the official. And now it will be a 4-on-3 power play here for Allegany as the Arrows look to try and make it a 4-goal game once again. 8-5 as it stands currently. Fraser goes back. Kluche takes the shot, stopped by Seneca. Fresh shot clock here for Kluche. Minute 16 to work with. Lane Smith goes down the Whitcomb, scores! A quick stick snipe from Amos Whitcomb gets that goal back for Allegany, and it's a 9-5 game. First of the night for Amos Whitcomb, and here you'll see the great passing from Allegany. Kluche to Smith. Amos Whitcomb just taps it home, and Allegany back up by 4. This Arrows team has just got so much firepower on it, whether it's their NLL stars like Chris Kluche, Chase Fraser, Zach Miller. You also have these young studs like Whitcomb and Xavier Taylor as well, coming up big throughout the game. And of course their captain Jesse Jimerson, who tosses it over to Zach Miller. Miller, oh so beloved down in Allegany, and you can tell it right from when you walk into the arena, as there's 2 big pictures of him just hanging on the wall right behind the bench. You know how much they love him, just like how they love Chris Atwood as he snipes it and scores. Allegany back up by 5. Chris Atwood, somebody who played a key role in the Arrows team last season and in their Prezi run, has had a bit of a quieter season in playoffs by his standard, but that might just be what he was looking for to get him going. A snipe perfectly placed into the top left corner gives Allegany the 5-goal lead they had only moments ago right back, and timeout called here by the Arrows head coach Billy D. Smith, as the Arrows will look to get the last shot here. 27.8 remaining in the second period of play. Zed Williams, the offensive coordinator for the Allegany Arrows, in the huddle drawing up a play. Let's hope that he stays fully clothed for this game, as he was showing off the guns in the Arrows' last game against Newtown down at the Allegany Community Center. I'm sure the ladies in the crowd loved it, but I know our Can-Am officials probably weren't too pleased. So hopefully Zed learns from that mistake as he draws up a play here. Billy D looking on. Want to make sure we take this time to thank our sponsors, A Higher Society and High as a Hawk Dispensary. If you're down here in Irving, Cattaraugus area, be sure to check them out if you are 21 and older. Lane Smith will start it off here for Allegany. The net is empty. Lane Smith starts with it here for Allegany. 20 and counting left here in the second period of play. Looks like Allegany will have to get a shot off before the game clock expires. Fraser, stopped by Seneca. Ripped from Nanico, trying to score. He would have counted had it been on target, but the shot goes wide. And at the end of 2 periods of play, the score, the Allegany Arrows 10, the Newtown Golden Eagles 5. The shots at the end of 2, 50-44 in favor of the Allegany Arrows as they hold a 5-goal lead. It's gonna need a big period here for Newtown to get back into this one, as they're gonna have to match their 2-period total in just the third alone to tie the game up as they trail by 5. It's gonna be an uphill battle for the Golden Eagles, but there's any team that can come back from this deficit it is Newtown, as we will take a gander at the remaining games here in this series, as Game 4 coming up tomorrow night right here at the Gilley Arena. No matter what happens tonight, we have to play a Game 4. That'll be an 8 p.m. start time here at Gilley Arena. If we end up tied at 2-2 after Game 4, we will head back to the Allegany Community Center on Sunday at 5 o'clock. That'll be a crucial game, as it would be Game 5 if necessary. Right now, it looks like Alagany will take this one unless Newtown can start a comeback. We'll have to find out when we come back on Blue Squatch Productions for your intermission entertainment. Be sure to tune in to the mini Golden Eagles and Arrows here as they will scrimmage here during this intermission. Be sure to stay tuned and check them out, as at the end of 2 periods of play, it is a 10-5 lead for Alagany here on Blue Squatch Productions. 20 more minutes left to play here in game number 3 between the number 2 seeded Allegany Arrows and the number 3 seeded Newtown Golden Eagles. It's the home side that is trailing here in this one. Newtown down by 5 here, 10-5 as we start the second period of play. Newtown has been held to 5 through 2 periods. They're going to have to get at least that here in this third to just tie it up. As right now it's looked like the offense has kind of been centered around this man, Tehoka Nanticoke. Somebody else going to have to start to step up, create some chances, and maybe put a few in the back of the net to try and get Newtown back into it. So far in this one, the Golden Eagles goal scoring, 2 for Nanticoke, 1 for Jaden Jimerson, a big goal for Heron Snow, and then 1 for Croy Snow as well. That is the goal scoring for Newtown. On the other side for Allegany, Chris Kluche's got 3, Lane Smith has 2, Anderson with 1, Chase Fraser with 1, Zach Miller also with 1, and then Chris Atwood and Amos Whitcomb each have 1 as well. Smith looking for another stop by Seneca. Huge save made there by Craig Seneca to keep this a 5-goal game as Lane Smith had some room and was looking for a Hattie. Jaden Kennedy stopped by Martin. Kennedy quickly breaking back the other way. The former war chief trying to put that one in the back of the net now for Newtown, as he's been called up throughout the season, has looked great down with the Seneca War Chiefs, but even better here seemingly with Newtown at the higher level. Kobe Whitcomb has that ball knocked out of his stick, picked up. Kennedy looking for an option, flips it forward. Jaden Jimerson, could be a chance here for Newtown. 2-on-1. Jimerson stopped by Martin. Good opportunity for Jaden Jimerson to get his second. Had a good seal from Heron Snow, but unable to beat the red-hot Chase Martin, who has gotten the start here tonight and has done an excellent job slowing down this Newtown offense. Kuche on the doorstep. Saved by Seneca as Kuche goes airborne, trying to tuck it past Craig Seneca, but the big man in yellow says no. Kuche, all kinds of room here, now closed down. Gets a heavy pick from Becker. Down low, looking for Becker now, can't hit him. Off the boards, picked up. Whitcomb misses wide. In the middle now, Josh Becker knocked to the floor. Loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? It's Jaden Jimerson and the Golden Eagles. Jimerson bounces it forward for Ron John. Ron John played his junior lacrosse with the Six Nations Arrows. Does some coaching during the season as well, as Mohawk takes the shot. Ace Martin makes a save. Ron John, head coach for Lakeshore High School and an assistant with the Seneca War Chiefs. And what a great guy to learn from, somebody like Ron John, a guy who's done it all and done some great things at the highest level. Lane Smith denied here by Craig Seneca, as now trying to break some ankles there is Jonathan Jimerson, still in control. Jimerson has Kennedy all alone, shot misses wide. And will go over and back. Ball just skipped past Tehoka Nanticoke, who was trying to follow up with the rebound. But an unlucky bounce that goes against Newtown will give possession to Allegany, as the Arrows trying to make their 3rd consecutive Can-Am championship game, as Fraser stopped here by Seneca. Allegany, before 2023, had never in their history made it to the Can-Am championship, as Craig Seneca knows he made a mistake there, threw that one into the netting. As I was saying, Arrows had never made it before in their history, before 2023, now looking to make it 3 consecutive years and potentially repeat as Can-Am champions. Still a long way before that happens, though. Cloutier takes a shot, stopped by Seneca. Here come the Golden Eagles. Snow flies up the floor and passes it off. Teoka Nanticoke. Matched up here with Taylor. Nanticoke gets a pick from Stevens. Goes to John on the far side. No options yet. Finds Mohawk now. Mohawk picked up. Mohawk still has control. Now he doesn't. Ball popped out. The repeated cross checks of Xavier Taylor force the turnover, and that'll hype up his buddies over at the bench as Taylor will get some much deserved praise from his teammates after a good hard-fought shift. Becker fighting off some checks from Jimerson, able to get the pass off. Fraser in control, swim move, picked up quickly. Jimerson now down low. Looking for an opportunity. Becker loses control, but it falls right to Whitcomb. Becker gets it right back, has a lane, takes a shot, stopped by Seneca. Becker trying to jam that one home short side, but Craig Seneca read it all the way. Lane Smith, low to high, stopped by Seneca. Lane Smith gets beat up a little bit after that one. But Newtown just finishing the checks, trying to make the big man pay. And I'll tell you what, those checks hurt a heck of a lot less when the ball ends up in the back of the net, and Lane Smith knows that firsthand. Down low, John can't hold on to that pass from Nanticoke. Loose ball into the corner. Kennedy and Ryan John trying to get it back for the Golden Eagles. Neither successful, and possession will go to Allegany. As really in this one, Newtown still looking for that other offensive option to show up. No Clay Scanlon in the lineup here tonight, and that is a big, big miss for the Golden Eagles. That extra NLL guy that helps take some attention away from Nanticoke, among others, not in the lineup tonight, and we're seeing the effects of it. Newtown held to just 5 so far. Kobe Whitcomb, Atwood in the middle, shot blocked in front. Aaron Snow gets credit for that block, as now Seneca will start the breakout here for Newtown. Teoka Nanticoke, the former UAlbany Great Dane, watched by Rudy George. Nanticoke spins into the middle. Nanticoke spins back, takes a shot, misses wide. Rebound will evade everyone and go over and back. Possession to Allegany. Nanticoke has really been shouldering the load in this one, as a line change here turned wrong as a Golden Eagle brought into the Arrows bench through the open door. And we just can't have that. Justin Gill kicking the helmet. And Gill, he must feel really at home in the penalty box, as he's getting awfully comfortable over there. Becoming a resident of the box is Justin Gill. He will sit down for another penalty, I believe his 4th of the game, as he has some trouble opening up the door, but able to get in there and head to the box. We'll see what we caught of this, as naturally our camera was on the ball, as it should be. Behind the play it was there. Just Gill hammering away at a Golden Eagle dragged into the bench. Here you'll get to see a good look at it. Watch the background here. Gill just drags his man into the bench. Apologies, I did miss the Golden Eagle that was dragged in there, and Gill takes a 5-minute penalty, and that is absolutely the correct call. You cannot be doing things like that. But at this point, it is up to Newtown to make the Arrows pay, which they haven't done just yet or in quite some time, as Nanticoke rips that one right off the mask of Martin, shakes his head and says, "I'm all right. I ain't exiting this game for anything." Mohawk plays catch with Snow. Mohawk stopped by Martin. Chase Martin telling his man, go, get up the floor, looking to spring Jensen. Instead has to go to Cloutier. Now could be a chance. Jensen all alone. Stopped by Seneca. Just missing on that opportunity was Tristan Jensen. As we'll give you another look at it here as Newtown on the power play. Nanticoke goes into the corner with it. Now up top. Nanticoke quickly gets it down low. Croy Snow winds, fires, blocked in front. Sherman Williams soaked that one. Kennedy, outside look, kept out, rebound, misses wide, and now Martin tackles a Golden Eagle into the crease. Chase Martin taking exception to a Newtown player getting in too close to his area. As we will give you a look at it here, Lucas Beaver, the man on the crease, as it does look like Beaver steps into the crease to try and pick up the ball, but Martin delivers the heavy shot that draws the ire of the official. And it looks like our official signaled for a bench minor call as Rudy George heading over to conversate with our official, make sure everything is straightened out. And roughing, it'll be a bench minor, roughing on the goaltender, Chase Martin. Rudy George into serve. And now Justin Gill just got himself tossed for criticizing the officiating. Either tossed or rung up for another one. As Gill on the verge of getting tossed for penalty accumulation at this point, as this will be his 5th of the game. Already with a 5-minute major. I am surprised he's able to stay out there, but maybe one more and then he's tossed, so he's going to have to be real careful. 5 penalties in a major for Gill, as not sure where the line is for suspension, but any more and you're really towing that line in my opinion. Golden opportunity here for the Newtown Golden Eagles. 5-on-3 for Newtown. 3 men in the box for Allegany, and they score. Croy Snow rips it home, and the Golden Eagles have their 6th of the game. And here you'll see the rip from Croy Snow. Taylor goes out, tries his best to challenge him. Nothing much he could do there. As Croy Snow picks up his 2nd goal of the game, our officials looking to go over dinner plans for after the game, having a quick conversation. While they do that, we want to take some time to thank our lovely sponsors, A Higher Society and High as a Hawk Dispensary. 2 great places. Be sure to check them out if you are down in the Irving Cattaraugus area. They have some great stuff and lots of great options to offer. Be sure to check them out if you are 21 and over. Some stoppages here on the floor as a equipment manager tending to the leg pads of Craig Seneca. Play will be halted here, and we will try to give you a different GoPro look. Having some trouble with that one, but we will step aside here with 12:03 remaining in the 3rd. It is a 10-6 lead for Allegany here on Blue Squatch Productions. Back underway here inside the Gilley Arena. 10-6 the score. The Newtown Golden Eagles on the power play as they have an extended 5-on-3 here after getting their 6th goal of the game on a 5-on-3. Get another chance here, trying to bring this game within 3. Nanticoke Goes cross floor. Shot from Snow. Stopped by Martin. Croy Snow's had a hot stick tonight. Looking for his third. Now Fraser somehow kept out. Might have just missed the net, as either way, it is still a 4-goal lead for Allegany. 3-on-2 here. Mohawk slowed by Darius Anderson. Good job defending by number 0 in blue, Darius Anderson. Ball still with Newtown though. Nanico off the pass from Kennedy, stopped by Martin. Ball deflects up and out of play. Possession stays with Newtown. A tick under 11 minutes to play here in the third period between the number 3 seeded Newtown Golden Eagles and the number 2 seeded Allegany Arrows as they score. No goal, says our official. A quick look at it as Ryan John is still down in the crease in some discomfort. We will give you our best look at it here. Nanico goes to John. Some folks saying that they think it's a good goal. Looks like our official called the crease. We'll go with another look at it here. You be the judge at home. As the ball goes to Nanico, now John. I think that foot just hits down before the ball crosses the plane out of the stick of Ryan John. Our officials here in the Can-Am Lacrosse League, some of the best you'll find in the sport, and they make, I think, another correct call as John now heads off the floor. Might have been some leakage coming out of Ryan John, as now we got the mop out cleaning it up. Hopefully he is all right and able to join us again shortly, as we will step aside here. 10:46 remaining. Newtown trails by 4. Appeared to be a, here's Fraser going the other way, just misses wide. Appeared to be a wrist injury for Ryan John, as he was holding on to that as he exited the floor. Hopefully he is all right and able to get back out there shortly. Shot on, just stopped by Martin. Possession won back here by Newtown. Stevens hit hard, but able to keep possession as it falls right into the stick of Jaden Kennedy. One penalty to Alagany has expired. So back to 5-on-4. Minute 34 remaining in the Gill penalty. That one the major, as Nanico with it. Low rip, blocked in front. Goes out of play. That caromed off of Lucas Beaver and out of play, says one official. Other side official says, I'm going to overturn you on that one. I had a better look. That will be ball for Newtown. Just under 10 to go. Feels like this crowd in here has been waiting all night to explode. And I think if the Golden Eagles can rattle off a few here in quick succession, the roof might pop off this place, as an illegal pick will give the ball back to Allegany. An unforced error there for the Newtown Golden Eagles will give possession to the Arrows. Those unforced errors have cost Newtown throughout this game, part of why they trail on the scoreboard, as Cloutier nearly muscled that one through Craig Seneca, but the big man used his twig to keep that one out. Needed every bit of it, as we're down to 40 remaining in the penalty. Mohawk with it. Watch closely. Jonah Mohawk. Skip pass up for Kennedy. Far side. Quickly moved. Nanico. Defended well by Williams. Nanico looks for an option. Has Kennedy up top. Passes it off. Snow stopped by Martin. Chase Martin has played a great game tonight for Allegany, but the defense for the Arrows has been spectacular as well. Feels like Newtown, more often than not, just doesn't have many good looks or much good to shoot at. as it's either Martin taking it away or the defenders not giving him much of a chance as Gill exits and the penalty has expired. And what a big kill that was for Allegany. I know they gave up one, but for that long of a 5-on-3, only giving up one, you'll take that as a win for the Arrows all day. Ball will just stay in play here as Anderson gets it off the boards. Anderson decides against taking the fast break shot. Probably the wise decision as he will flip it over to Josh Becker. Whitcomb goes to Atwood. Atwood skips, takes the shot, misses wide. Loose ball scooped up. Kluche has possession. 5 on the shot clock. Kluche starting to drive. Flips it. Atwood can't handle it. Ball pops into the stick of Kane Kettle. Kane Kettle, an assistant captain here with Newtown, the product of Silver Creek High School. Nanico has a pick. Looking for Snow on the far side, doesn't connect. Did see Ryan John back out there for Newtown, so that is a very good thing to see, a sight for sore eyes, seeing John back out there. So glad he is okay and able to remain in this game. Mohawk. Nanico. Looking. Nanico. Still with it. Still with it. Nanico looking for an option here. Mohawk has it up top. Flip down low. Shot on. Doesn't quite find the target as it'll be a push into the back called against the Arrows. Gives possession here to Newtown. It will stay with the Golden Eagles. Extended possession now for Newtown. Need to capitalize on it. Nanico had some room. Closed down quickly. Kennedy back to Nanico. Takes the shot. Blocked in front. Caught a piece of an arrow on the way. Think it hit the captain, Jesse Jimerson, who took one for the team there. As Cloutier fighting off some Golden Eagle defenders. Tosses it to Atwood. Cloutier. Zach Miller. The former Denver Pioneer, down low. Cloutier! Stopped by Seneca. Chris Atwood. Into the middle, looking for Kobe Whitcomb. Ball takes a deflection and goes into the crease. Scooped up by Parker Jimerson. Jimerson plays it forward. Lyndon Stevens, the veteran for Newtown, trying to lead his Golden Eagles to a comeback victory. Penalty coming up against Allegany. Stevens has Croy Snow. He's got a pair tonight. Snow has Nanico. John, low shot, stopped by Martin. And it'll be a bench minor coming up against Allegany, much to the dismay of their vocal head coach, Billy D. Smith. I'll tell you what, Billy D coaches just how he plays. That is exactly what I would expect from Billy D, a true leader. He was a captain for the Buffalo Bandits, but an intense player, and he is just as intense as a coach. I can only imagine what the pregame speeches are like. Mohawk scores! Jonah Mohawk tucks that one home, and Newtown has their 7th. Shots now 60-59 in favor of Allegany. As you get a look at this goal, Jonah Mohawk left with too much room down low, able to squeeze that one past Chase Martin for the 7th Golden Eagles goal of the game. And you see some good passing there. Nanico had the primary assist as Mohawk squeezes that in hip high to beat Chase Martin. And that is a big goal for Newtown as the Golden Eagles cut the deficit to 3. Zach Miller has the ball in his stick. Goes cross floor for Atwood. Atwood, he's got one tonight. Face dodge. Looking for a pass. Thought he found Cloutier here as that one taken away by Jimerson. Ends up back in the stick of Cloutier for a moment. Bouncing around everywhere as Miller ends up with it. Now Atwood up top, stopped by Seneca. Fraser keeps possession for Allegany. The Arrows trying to drain this clock. It is their friend now. Not going to do so here. Turned over here in Snow. So good at intercepting those passes is here in Snow. Shimmies, shakes, decides against the shot. Tosses it over to the latest goal scorer in Jonah Mohawk. And too many men against Newtown. Horrible time for that unforced error for the Golden Eagles. As possession back to Allegany, the Arrows have a chance to kill some more time. Lane Smith working down low, passes it up top. Darius Anderson has to chase after it. Doesn't have control just yet, fighting with Kettle. Ball pops out of the stick of Kettle as he had it for a moment. Over onto the far side, Dan Rogers gets control, the former Red Hawk. Rogers, tight against the near boards, watched by Gill. Rogers finds Lyndon Stevens. Onto the far side, Ryan John, stopped by Martin. Amos Whitcomb has a 2-on-1. Bad pass behind Atwood. Will take it for a two-to bounce off the boards into the stick of Chris Atwood. Becker. Cloutier, under 4 to go. Cloutier has all kinds of room in the middle. Fakes the shot, passes it off. Fraser rips, stopped by Seneca. Or pardon me, that was Atwood letting it go. Fresh 30 here for Allegany, much to the delight of the Arrows bench. Atwood into the low corner, Whitcomb up top. Becker, stopped by Seneca. Another fresh 30 though for Allegany, and this is just what the Arrows are looking for. They're fine without adding any more goals, but if they can drain this clock down to 0, that would be golden for Allegany as Cloutier stopped on his shot. Lyndon Stevens pass picked off. Atwood, dangerous opportunity down low, leaves it for Kobe Whitcomb, who makes the veteran play, goes into some open space and allows for his team to kill another 30 seconds. Great work by Allegany here. Fraser gets to the net, stopped by Seneca. Chance for another fresh shot clock, and they get it. This is a masterclass here by the Allegany Arrows in just getting easy resets to drain the clock. Zed Williams, the offensive coach, got to be loving what he's seeing from his squad as Smith denied. And guess what? Another fresh 30 for Allegany. Whitcomb has it. Lost control now. Nanticoke picks it up. Took some heavy shots from Amos Whitcomb, who looks like he's chopping some lumber out there with Nanticoke on the ground. And Tahoka extending that hand out, saying, I still got the ball. Even with chopping wood there, you couldn't knock it out of my stick. As Tahoka probably the best at holding on to that ball in these tight quarter situations with defenders all over him. There you could see Whitcomb with the heavy cross checks on the hip. That was legal, but it was the baseball swing with Nanticoke on the ground. And 4 minutes, absolutely the correct call. You cannot wind up and chop the lumber like Whitcomb was doing there. Double minor, the correct call, but this late into the game, only 2 minutes left. Will it bite the Arrows? That is the question. 2:06 remaining. Can Newtown find a way back into this one? The Golden Eagles trail by 3. Allegany, the veteran-laden lineup, looking to get to the finish line here and win their second game of this series. Newtown trying to mount a historic comeback. Have a chance to get 2 here on this man advantage. Let's see if they can. But it all starts with 1. Here is number 1. Nanticoke goes to Mohawk. His pass picked off. Sherman Williams having an excellent game for Allegany. Comes up with another big play. His flip forward taken away by Mohawk. But Williams able to kill some time. Newtown's got to go quick. Minute 30 left. Need to see the sense of urgency here from the Golden Eagles. Mohawk in the middle, rips it, blocked in front, picked up by Beaver in the crease. Pass forward, Brown gonna chase after it. Play it over from Miller. Miller, no need to force the pass forward. He will calmly keep control and send it over to the far side. Kobe Whitcomb behind the back feed, picked up by Fraser. He'll be pinned against the glass. Fraser trying his best to get away, but a violation call might have got Fraser on a ward there, as it will be possession to Newtown, as the teammates about to square up here. Kluche and Nanakoke, as Kluche will head to the bench. Thought we were going to get some bandit on bandit action there, but not happening here. Ryan John gets hit hard into the corner there, as there were some heavy slashes delivered on John as well. Fortunately, he's back up and on his feet, and Rudy George now in possession. 40 to go. George going towards the net. Makes the wise decision to not shoot it here, as Jimerson and Snow will try and take it away. Jimerson and Snow combine for a heavy check there. Kobe Whitcomb just running into open space, flips it over. Atwood picks it up, takes the shot, doesn't make it on target. Doesn't matter. 16.6 to go. It is looking like the Allegany Arrows are going to take a 2-1 series lead over the Newtown Golden Eagles, as they couldn't even get anything for a chance here on this power play. Mohawk misses. Snow picks it up. 1.3 to go, and some discussion going on between Darius Anderson and Jaden Kennedy will lead to a late penalty being handed out to Kennedy. All is moot at this point, as there's only 1.3 to go. Allegany will have the ball. All Taylor needs to do is just hold on, or just toss it into the corner, and his Arrows will have the win. Officials trying to make sure Taylor has the room that he's allowed to, as you cannot just gang up on him and not even let him throw the pass. You have to give him some space. So much commotion, doesn't even matter, as Taylor rips it into his own net. Oh my goodness. Xavier Taylor says, I don't care how close you get, this game's over. Allegany wins 10-7 over Newtown. The Arrows take a 2-0 stranglehold on this series over the Newtown Golden Eagles, as Allegany was held without a goal in the third period of play, but it did not matter. Their defense was excellent, and I know one of the top defenders of all time, Billy D. Smith, who just got himself teed up leaving the floor, has got to be thrilled with how his defenders played in this game. As Billy D did get teed up, we'll see how that affects Allegany potentially in the next game, as Billy D will be hit with a game misconduct, could be off the bench for tomorrow night's game. And that is a big, big thing, because Billy D, like I was saying, one of the best defenders in league history, a true leader of men. Not having him on the bench makes a big difference, as Newtown will head into the locker room. Golden Eagles defeated tonight on their home floor, and I'm sure this will leave a sour taste in the mouth of the Golden Eagles, as they got to get ready to come back here tomorrow night for game number 4, as we'll give you a look at the schedule right here at the Gilley Arena. 8 p.m. start time. Allegany looks to end the series tomorrow night here and book their 3rd consecutive trip to the Can-Am Championship game. As we'll now give you a quick look here at the updated Can-Am playoff bracket. You can see now Allegany holds a 2-1 series lead over the Newtown Golden Eagles as they look to try and end it tomorrow night. Newtown looks to force 5 tomorrow here inside the Gilley Arena. Up in Canada, the Grand River Warriors will take on the Tonawanda Braves tomorrow night as well, as they get ready for Game 3 in that series over on Stamp Blacks. If you have a rooting interest in that one, check it out over there on his YouTube channel, but we will have tomorrow night's game shortly, as it will be Alagany and Newtown one more time here from the Gilley Arena as the Arrows look to finish off this series. Newtown looks to stay alive, coming up tomorrow night on Blue Squatch Productions. As we want to give everyone some final numbers in this one, the final shot totals 65-61 in favor of the Allegany Arrows, just out shooting Newtown, and the final 10-7 in favor of Allegany. As we wrap things up, just want to take this time to thank our sponsors one more time, as we say thank you very much to A Higher Society and High as a Hawk Dispensary. Be sure to check them out. High as a Hawk, they've been open for 3 years now as they look to try and expand and double their size as they grow their dispensary. Be sure to check both of them out if you are 21 and over and down here in the Irving Cattaraugus area. As we now will say so long and say thank you very much to my great statistician and shot counter, Jason Prangle. For my cameraman, Greg Beecher, I have been Trevor Butts, saying so long and thank you for watching.